I think there's something, my name is Stan Holder. I was asked to come and facilitate the meeting tonight, and there was a huge accident out on I-40 East. I'm the executive director for the Yakima Pueblo Department of Education, and I left Yakima about 3 o'clock, and it took me this long to get here, so it's been an adventure. However, you know, I think that some of the rules are the protocol that we need to follow whenever we engage ourselves in these types of meetings, is that we have to understand that everybody has an opinion and that they're allowed that opinion under the Constitution. That the premise that we have as far as Native Americans is that we are guaranteed a free and appropriate public education, number one, that we are citizens of the United States since 1926, and that we do have inalienable rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. And this includes safety and welfare of our children while they're in the educational domain. So I believe that the intent of this meeting is for us to hear and understand that diversity of opinion, to be able to take notes and to get some direction, to provide Albuquerque Public Schools some direction as far as addressing the needs of Native American students. I think that we're at the confluence of some very important opportunities for Indian education. I know a lot of you are familiar with the Yazzie Martinez lawsuit, that they ruled in favor of Yazzie and Martinez, and they did agree that they had been underfunding education, and it was especially impacting Native Americans and other minorities. We also have a new governor here in the state, a new administration, that is very open to listening to the needs of Native Americans, especially in the domain of education. The other opportunity that we have is that we are at a point in time when we have the benefit of having generations of Native Americans that have achieved academically, that have completed post-secondary and graduate education, and we have those minds and that experience that we can bring to bear. Oftentimes I feel the same anger and frustration that everybody else does, but venting isn't going to solve the problems for our children. I have a son, he's in the 3rd grade, he's 10 years old, and I want to make sure he has hair down to his waist. He goes to the Sundance with me every summer. He dances, he gourd dances, sweat lodges, and I don't want anybody to take that away from him, or try to impede that, or make him to feel other than ordinary because he pursues who he is. So I think we all have that stake in that. We all have that investment. And unfortunately, we do have racism and discrimination. We can't legislate it out of existence. So periodically, we have to come together and speak our mind and provide some direction to government, public schools being part of that government, so that we ensure that our children have a place also. We've never been opposed to diversity. We welcome diversity from the first time we encountered Europeans and said, hey, there's plenty here for all of us. I don't know, that might have been a mistake, but we've always welcomed diversity. You know, and I believe that what we have to emphasize here is that while we appreciate diversity, we have to have that niche also. We have to have a place where we belong, where our children belong, because we're part of the fabric of all of this also, and we still have a contribution to make. So let's proceed with that understanding, to have respect for one another. What somebody's at the mic saying may not be something that we especially like or want to hear. However, we've afforded them the opportunity to do that. And I think if we take all of that information and we focus it and we're able to analyze it and go through it, we'll be able to provide Albuquerque Public Schools some of the direction that they need to ensure that our children are benefiting from this and that indeed their rights are upheld and not violated. So let's go ahead and proceed.